this week sees the return of the Carabao Cup, which of course gives a chance for some of the smaller clubs to get their hands on some silverware. Who's got the biggest chance and who will go out this coming week? We'll take a whole look at it next. That's right, folks. Bouncing around our prediction video today. We look forward to the last 16 of the Carabao Cup, aka the League Cup, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button, get your bang out today with all things League Cup related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one rooski. That's right. Of course, Rovers crashed out at day one, match one, but of course, some of the of course, smaller clubs from League One, leagues, of course, the Championship as well, still an outside shot to get themselves to the quarter bloody finals. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Big shout out to my VRPs. They are the Patreons. Kudos to support the channel behind the scenes. If you're interested in helping us out, check out the link down below. So here we go then, shall we? Kicking on forward to this last 16. Before all that, we're going to recap the last round, of course, which was, of course, round 3 with my picks and your picks and the results as well. So here we go. Of course, Queen's Park Rangers and Everton went to penalties and QPR got themselves through to the next stage. Everton crashed out. Bit of a shock there. Meanwhile, Preston, no-nonsense football there. 4-1 win over Cheltenham Town. They go through. Fulham will go out. Leeds United squeak by them. Of course, Premier League side coming out top on penalties as well. Brentford smashed Oldham 7-0. No problems asked. Watford, of course, crashed out to Stoke. Bit of an upset there as well, as, of course, the Championship side knocks out the Premier League side. However, we do have a League One side in at least. Sunderland go through, beating Wigan as well. 2-0 on the night. Liverpool made light work of Norwich 3-0 as well. I went the 3-1 win myself. Burnley got past Rochdale, of course, 4-1 win for them. The Freakies always have made it to the last 16. Sheffield United crashed out as well to Southampton. Adam Armstrong tells an outside shot for some silverware for the Saints. No problems with Manchester City, of course, 6-1 demolition of Wycombe Wanderers. I think they trail in that game. But anyway, regardless of all that, they go out. City go through. Of course, Brighton, Hove Albion get past Swansea City, of course, no banana skin there. As for United, though, which United got through, it was West Ham United. They squeaked through 1-0 on the night. Man United go crashing out. Bit of surprise, maybe they're Chelsea squeaked by Aston Villa on penalties. I went with a 4-0 win myself. Arsenal also made light work of Wimbledon, 3-0 win at the end there, brother. Of course, Millwall got knocked out by Leicester City, and of course, Wolverhampton Wanderers got knocked out by Tottenham Hotspur to go through as well. So there you have it. There you bloody have it, boys. So we now know some of the clubs that will make the last 8. And we'll go through and have a little look at it then, shall we? Here we go. Let's take a look at the leaderboard for the grand scheme of things here. This is this week and this week alone. Your Kingpin is Paul Burden and alongside Game of Charlie. Both got themselves 14 points out of whatever there was there. There was 60. Was it 16 matches? I don't even know. But anyway, regardless of all that, they got the 14 points. They're top bin, so give them a round of applause. Well done to you, sirs. What about the overall grand scheme of things for the entire tournament? Now, I did clean it up a little bit this morning. Ivan Stinger is your main man up there alongside Shepard as well. 53 points to the ball. Game Charlie and Yanni Buss. I've got a bit of work to do. Realistically, you've got to be in the top 10 to at least have a shot at this, because the bigger points were early days. You know what I mean? So if you want to get involved anyway for a bit of laugh, it's not the third round, it is the last 16. Just go to the link down there, cut.ly/League Cup, and hopefully you should get in amongst it. So let's get into the next round of matches then, shall we? Kicking off forward with Chelsea. We're kicking off against Southampton. So let's have a little look at that one then, shall we? Of course, according to my eyes, these two sides have played each other 45 times since 1993. 27 wins for Chelsea, 8 wins for Southampton, 10 draws, of course. Chelsea winning 4 in the bouts. The biggest win over Southampton was a 5-1 win. However, Southampton coming to this just 1 win in the past 4, 50% form for them at the moment. Their biggest win over Chelsea was a 2-0 win. Last time at Stamford Bridge was, of course, in the Premier League back in October. This season was a 3-1 win for Chelsea. In fact, it was just a couple of weeks ago. So 3-1 win for Chelsea. Southampton's last win at Stamford Bridge was back in 2019. It was actually on Boxing Day. Big win for Southampton. Of course, Chelsea did beat Norwich last round. They also beat Chelsea. They've actually got 3 clean sheets on the bout. As for Southampton, a 2-2 draw against Burnley was last. And of course, a point on the road as well. Look at the odds on this one. We have, what have we got on this one? Chelsea coming at you. 52-1 for the victory. 52 is your draw. 61 is your away win. That's, of course, the Saints. Unfortunately, the Saints will crash out here. I've gone goals in this one. Goals galore. 3-2 wins. win, though. Chelsea will come out on top as Southampton put up a bit of fight, but unfortunately they will crash out. Joining them on Tuesday, the 26th of October, will be Arsenal up against Leeds United. Of course, played 29 times since 1993, 70 wins for Arsenal, 7 wins for Leeds, and there's been 5 draws. Arsenal coming to unbeaten the last 6, picking up 83% form, winning 4 of the last 6. As for Leeds, just 1 win in 4 for them, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round at Arsenal, I was in the Premier League back in February 2021. It was a 4-2 win for Arsenal. If we get a bit of that, that'll be a bit of a spicy encounter. Leeds' last win against Arsenal, both home or away, is all the way back in 2003. In the Premier League, though, Leeds picked up a 3-2 win in London, back in the Prem there. Of course, looking back, of course, Leeds drew with Wolves last round. Of course, Arsenal did beat Aston Villa as well, so looking good for them at the moment, especially at home, scoring goals, looking very, very solid. As for the odds on this one, 30-8 on is your Arsenal, the high favourites, 5-1 is your away win. That is Leeds, 11-4 is your draw. I've gone with the 2-0 win for Arsenal on this. That's right, another win for them. And I will join Chelsea in the next stage, which of course is the quarterfinals. Will it be 3 London teams going through as QPR take on Sunderland? The chances are looking good. They played each other 17 times in 1997, just 4 wins though. For QPR, 8 wins for Sunderland, 5 draws. Biggest win for QPR, 2-0 win. The biggest win otherwise a 3-1 win. QPR winning 3, losing 3 of the last 6. That's 50% form. As for Sunderland, just 1 to beat the past 5 for them, 67% form for them in the moment. Last round at Loftus Road was a 1-0 win back in March 2018. For QPR. Sunderland's last win over QPR was in the EFL Cup back in September 2016. 2-1 win it was. Of course, QPR did lose to Peterborough last round. A bit of a shocker there. As for Sunderland, they also lost to Charlton. A bit of a shocker there. You just don't know with Sunderland these days. Of course, coming at you though, the 11-10 on is your QPR. 11-4. They are the favourites. 11-4 is your Sunderland, and 35 is your. This could go either way. It could very, very go either way. I'm going with a 2-1 win though for QPR. And guess what? That makes a quarter-final berth for Queen's Park Rangers. Stoke City. Oh, where are you? Where bloody are you? Of course, Stoke City will be playing, of course, Brentford also, and I think it's actually on Wednesday. These two sides, according to my eyes, played each other 8 times in 2015. 2 wins for Stoke, 4 wins for Brentford, and 2 draws. Biggest win for Stoke, 3-2 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-1 win. Stoke losing 3 in the bounce at the moment. Of course, not great. Just 1 win in 5 for them. As for Brentford, just 1 defeat past 5. 58% form for them at the moment. Last round, they're over at Stoke. The bet 365 for Stadium was a 3-2 win for Stoke. That was back in October 2020. Of course, coming into this one, Stoke did lose to Millwall. As for Brentford, they did lose to Chelsea. I think they're in action today, as of recording, up against Leicester City. I don't have much odds on this one, but I can tell you Brentford are the favourites, despite, of course, being on the road on this one. For me, though, I'm going to go with 2-1 for Brentford to make it through. Another Premier League side. That's 3 of the 4 Premier League sides into the last 8. Kicking off forward, will be another at least 1, 2, 3. In fact, there could be all 8. Oh no, all 7 out of 8 could be Premier League sides. Let's get into that. Of course, another bit of a banger. Of course, West Ham United taking on Manchester City down at the London Stadium. Of course, played each other 48 times since 1993. 10 wins for West Ham, 30 wins for Manchester City, and 8 draws. Biggest win for the Hammers, a 4-1 win. The biggest win away was, of course, a 6-0 win. Manchester City coming to just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form. As for West Ham, though, just 1 defeat past 6, also 83% form. So they're also in a bit of prime time form at the moment. Last time around over at London Road, of course, or whatever it is, was a 1-1 draw back in October 2020. Yeah, West Ham's last win over City, you got to go back. You got to go all the way back to 2-1 win for West Ham at the FEI back in 2015 in the Prem de la Prem. Look at the odds on this one. What do we have on this one? Of course, well, in fact, let's go back a hair. Of course, Manchester City coming to the back of that 4-1 win over Brighton. Of course, West Ham beat Genk. I think they're in action tonight, again, or today against Spurs. In fact, might even be kicking off as we speak. Of course, odds on this one, though, we do have City coming at you 29 on. They are the favourites. 5-1 as your host. Of course, 7-2 is your draw. Draw means, of course, penalties on this one. 3-1 win. The City will go through. West Ham will crash out. Leicester City, of course, they are the FA Cup champions. Well, they, of course, look forward to potentially adding the League Cup to their trophy cabinet. Played each other 24 times against Brighton. 12 wins for Leicester, 6 wins for Brighton, and 6 draws. Biggest win for Leicester, 3-0 win. The biggest win the other way is a 4-1 win. Of course, Leicester just 1 defeat past 6. They've turned the corner right now. 67% form for them at the moment. Just 1 defeat past 6 for Brighton. Also 58% form. However, without a win in 4. A lot of draws knocking around for Brighton. Of course, last round, though, at the King Powers, a 1-0 win for Leicester. That was in the FA Cup, of course. Leicester went on to win the bad boy. That was back in February 2021. Last time that Brighton picked up a win was, of course, this season. 2-1 win at the Amex. Of course, Leicester did beat Spartak last round. Of course, they're in action tonight up against Brentford. As for Brighton, they are, of course, they played. Who did they play? They played Man City and they got beat. Of course, odds on this one are going to go in favour of Leicester, I'm sure. 29. In fact, I think it's actually 20-19 on is your Leicester favourites. Of course, 5-2 is your draw. 14-5 is your way win. That's Brighton. Brighton on this. I'm going to go with Leicester 2-0 win at home. Back in the bookies on this one. Kicking on forward, what else do we have? We have Burnley, of course, the six-figure fixtures up against Spurs. They cannot make it through to the quarterfinals. Goodness gracious me. Anyway, played 20 times. These two sides, of course, 4 wins for Burnley, 12 wins for Spurs, and 4 draws. Biggest win for Burnley, 4-2 win. The biggest win other way was a 5-0 win. Just 1 win in 6 for Burnley, 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, Spurs hot and cold at the moment, winning 4, losing 2 of the last 6. Of course, that last defeat was against Via's Arnhem. It doesn't really count, really, does it? Of course, Burnley came into the back at 2-2 draw against Southampton. Of course, last round at Turdmore was a 1-0 win for Spurs. They actually haven't lost to Burnley since 2019, where Burnley picked up a 2-1 win at Turdmore. So they've only lost once in 3 against Burnley at their own place, of course. Of course, Burnley did draw with the Saints, of course, and of course Spurs did lose to Via's, but they're taking on West Ham today. Look at the odds on this one. We have 7-4 is your Burnley, 6-4 is your Spurs, slight favourite scores, and 12-5 is Shaw. Cannot back the Dingles on this one. I'm going to go with the 1-0 win for Tottenham on this one to take it to the house. And then wrapping it up, it will, of course, be Preston off end up against Liverpool. That's right, played just 3 times since 2009, 3 wins out of 3 for Jurgen Klopp's boys. Of course, their base win was a 4-0 win. Spurs, Preston coming to just 1 win in 6. Yes. 42% form for them at the moment. As Liverpool unbeaten the last 6, picking up 4 wins and 2 draws to boot. Last round, in competitive action was in the FA Cup. Actually, the 9 was a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Of course, Preston coming to the back of that 2-0 loss against Blackpool. Of course, Liverpool coming to the back of that win over Atletico. They will take on Manchester United today. Of course, the odds on this one, Preston 13-2 for the 3-1 is your away win. And of course, 3-1 on, is your Liverpool, and 92 is your draw. I'm back in, of course, the pool on this one, 3-0 win to knock out the Nobbers as well as the Dingles. That's my picks, and hopefully you can get your stuff in there as well using the code that was provided earlier. Also down below, of course, who is your tip to go all the way? Shall we have a quick look at the odds? The odds on the championship, who's going to be the favourites, of course. We do have, I'll give you the top, the power 6. Spurs are 10-1, of course, the trophy. Leicester is 9-1, Arsenal 6-1, Liverpool 5-1, Chelsea 5-1, of course, Manchester City are 5-2. The outsiders, of course, are Preston and Sunderland, but of course, that's that. But be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. I'll see you soon for the next one, whenever that may be. And of course, good luck with your pickaroos.